Today we'll be going over the top 6 Pawn Stars items of the craziest histories. Let's get into the video. The Egyptian Cartonnage Mummy Mask, $30,000. If we could only have Pawn Stars bring in Dr. Phineas Castle once an episode and provide us with interesting information about ancient artifacts. That is, as long as he is not off somewhere on a safari. His over-the-top fashion sense and incredibly awesome mustache makes us truly believe every single word he says. So when he was asked to come to the shop and verify if a customer's ancient Egyptian mummy mask was the real deal, it took him a few seconds before knowing that we were looking at the real thing. He put the value around $22,500, but said it was so unique it could go higher to a collector. Corey decided he wanted this piece and eventually had no choice but to pay the asking price of $30,000 to own it.
This is just a little out of my realm here. Do you mind if I have a friend of mine come down and take a look at it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that. Some mummy's missing its mask. Going to run around 20,000 to like maybe 22.5.
Poland's Order of the White Eagle, $30,000. To understand this item, you need to have a better understanding of world history. More specifically, European history, in 1795 when Poland was actually split into 3 parts with Russia getting the largest part of the land. The emblem of Poland, since the 1300s, was the white eagle depicted on this item, but when Russia took over, they simply added it to their emblem, the 2-headed eagle, which is seen at the bottom of the piece. So it is Polish, but not in the sense that it came from Poland, but rather had ties to Poland thanks to Russia owning it and creating this beautiful piece that is as close to Faberge quality as it comes. Rick tells the authenticator that he purchased it for $6,000 and found out it was worth at least $30,000. 1842 5th edition Book of Mormon, $40,000. Pawn Stars has a list of experts that specialize in various different things from autographs to antique jewelry, but there is only one that has grown into a celebrity on her own, and it is Rebecca Romney, the manager of Bomb and Rare Books in Las Vegas. Since showing up on a few episodes as a rare books expert, she has turned into an internet hit and now is considered to be one of the most well-respected experts on the show. She was brought in to analyze someone's 5th edition copy of the Book of Mormon, which turned out to be worth $40,000, so Rick made a deal with the owner at $24,000. 1554 Spanish gold bar from a shipwreck, $50,000. As it turns out, there were a lot of shipwrecks in the past 600 years, many of which were Spanish. Rick has already bought one from a fleet of ships in 1715 and now is looking at an even earlier piece of history, a gold bar that is claimed to have been part of a 1554 Spanish shipwreck. The owner acquired this piece of gold after cleaning his attic and noticing something that was probably worth a good amount of cash. After hearing that the meltdown value of it was $24,000, negotiations began to discuss buying it. The owner of the bar was offered $35,000 and he took it. It would later turn out to be worth $50,000. 1915 Panama Pacific Octagonal Gold Coin, $70,000. Rick does not just sit in his office or the shop all day waiting for people to bring in cool items. In fact, in recent years, he has gone on road trips to take a look at items to bring back and sell to private buyers he already has lined up. The 1950 Panama Pacific Octagonal Gold Coin was a rare one that he traveled to Florida's biggest coin show just to find it. He was able to find 2 of them and ended up convincing the owner to drop his selling price from a firm $70,000 down to $67,050. He quickly made the deal and was able to bring it back to be sold to a seller and he already had lined up. 1961 Vic Flick's Fender Stratocaster guitar, $70,000. Not very often does the original owner of a guitar walk into the shop and try to sell his own guitar. However, when Vic Flick showed up with his guitar, no one knew who he was outside of the guitar expert himself. As it turns out, Vic Flick is the man that taught some of the greats including Jimmy Page. Imagine a man claiming to have taught Led Zeppelin's legendary guitarist, Jimmy Page, how to play the dang thing, bringing in his own guitar for Rick to buy. That in itself is one of the most unique moments in the show's history, and after confirming who he was, Rick made the purchase for a smooth $55,000. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.